Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. My name is Nur Akmal Fatihah binti Muhammad Hafiz and I will deliver a speech about comparing yourself with others is not good. I know there will be many people who can relate to this topic. What do you think about these pictures? Have you ever felt this hurt feeling when you scroll to your social media and you feel unproductive even though you have done many beneficial activities like cleaning your room and cooking good food? It is my aim to tell you that it is true that there are better people who have more than us, but there are also people who have less than us, so do not feel sad or unmotivated. I have done extensive research regarding this problem, and Leon Festinger has developed a theory where people who often compare themselves to others may want to find motivation to improve themselves. Unfortunately, deep down they suffer from dissatisfaction and will engage in destructive behaviors such as bipolar. Besides, I also notice there are many people in real life who are very obsessed towards the beauty and happiness they see on social media, especially TikTok. Thus, at the end of the day, they actually feel insecure and start to compare themselves with people on social media. For example, you see your mutual friends achieve a lot more than you and they seem happier, like buying a new car or having fun with their partner or best friend, unlike you who stay at home and just do housework. This kind of thinking is called comparing. Yes, self-comparing is normal, but until when do you want to have this unhealthy habit? When will you have a happy life if you keep comparing yourself to others? This habit needs to be stopped because it may affect you mentally and there are still solutions to solve this problem. So, I will start by telling you the constraints of self-comparison and then further with its solutions. These things are about everything they see and think roughly because they are constantly judging themselves with others. If they do this to measure their personal development or to gain motivation for progress and develop more positive personality, then that is fine. But by doing this habit of comparing continuously for years, it will kill your self-esteem. People in their 20s compare their lifestyle, while people in their 30s compare their partners and family matters, and people in their 40s compare their deeds and the family members' achievements. Theodore Roosevelt said that it is the thief of joy as it offers you judgmental bias, overly competitive and critical attitude towards yourself and others. It also encourages envy and hatred which is created in people. Moreover, in 2014, Steer found that some people become depressed after spending time on Facebook because comparing themselves to others makes them feel bad. Sad to say that this brings an unhappy vibe to the beginning of life. Now, I am sure you can see the problem, but you might well ask how I can share effective ways to stop comparing habits. Without wasting time, let me tell you. First, embrace yourself. It is not an easy process to live and embrace yourself because we keep on comparing our weaknesses with other strengths. It leads to self-destructive behavior that makes us hate ourselves more. As for my personal example, I always see my friend as someone that is really cool and nice, such as my friend Nabila, who is good with her cats. Hasana has a good relationship with everyone, while Maria is a very kind and smart person. This led me to not appreciating myself and not seeing my specialties. When people ask me what my strengths are, I get nothing to say, but perhaps if you ask them, they will give at least one answer, who knows? But actually, no one knows if they also compare themselves with me. Moreover, this will unconsciously lead to self-destruction as everyone has their own strengths and weaknesses. It takes a lot to acknowledge one, but truth to be told, the only thing that everyone can do the best is be yourself. When you start loving and being yourself, you have changed your mindset to get a better life. Secondly, look at the positive side. As for me, I am a slow learner, but my friends will get it with just one step. I used to feel down and useless because I could not make it like them, and it is so frustrating when I am the only one who did not get the best result as my friend. Fortunately, one day I saw wise words on the internet said that God made you as a slow learner to give you more than others, and it changed my view of my situation. It opened my heart and said that it is okay for us to take a lot of time and effort. Just do not give up and keep on trying to recognize what works for us to be better. This is because it is not always the same for everyone, as at the end of the day, only we know the bitterness of hardship and the sweetness of success. Last but not least, understand that social media is not real. It makes people forget that everyone's achievements and timelines in life are different. Logically, on social media, people tend to only share or show good and happy moments instead of the sadness and hardship they go through. According to Gonzalez and Hancock in 2011, people measure themselves against a perpetual state of beauty and glory on social media, which can considerably contribute to an unrealistic ideal and out self. Sudden urge of other people wanting to look like them to fix their things like big boobs, big lips, clear skin and thin body size. To be honest, people on the internet are human too, and they are imperfect. We just do not know what happens to them behind the camera. Next, we move to the visualization step to see what might happen if you stop doing this habit and what will happen if you choose not to. Can you see yourself as someone who lives their own life without minding other matters? How cool and free is that? By focusing more on their own life, it will bring more happiness in one's life. It will reduce stress and be more focused on the present rather than constantly thinking about the uncertain future. This will contribute to great thinking and lead to a good generation and bring a happy and safe world for many people. Otherwise, if you choose not to stop this habit, it will only give you a tired and anxious life. Everything you work for does not work and become useless. For instance, you become someone who works too much because you want to be rich and have a stable career, but in the end of the day, you will become physically and mentally unhealthy due to eating disorders and stress while working too hard. Ladies and gentlemen, now that you understand the constraints of comparing yourself to others and how to overcome it, so let me conclude this speech. Not denying all of this is easier said than to get it done, but doing it slowly really helps, and I want to remind you that baby steps are still an improvement. Remember that the mind is a powerful force, as it can enslave us or empower us. It can also plunge into the depths of misery or take us to a high level of ecstasy. There will be effective solutions for all the problems in this world. Everything begins with you, as you must practice self-compassion by being kind to yourself. You should treat yourself with the same compassion and consideration as you would for a close friend. Accept your flaws and realize that everyone experiences difficulties and insecurities. In addition, you can seek professional help if needed. It can be done by directly walking into government and NGO counseling centers near you, or you can simply set the appointment through my Sejahtera apps. Before I close this speech, remember that comparing yourself is an open invitation for self-demotivation and ruins your mental health condition. Therefore, it depends on you to decide your life. Bear in mind to not focus on comparing yourself to others, because life is not a competition, it's a journey. I am Akmal Fatiha. Thank you and Assalamualaikum.